Maybe I'll extend. Pep Guardiola thrills Manchester City fans. With contract claim, Pep Guardiola has returned to Manchester City with energy and is not ruling out signing another contract extension. Pep Guardiola has told Manchester City fans exactly what they needed to hear about his future. With everyone else focused on when the coach will leave his job at the Etihad, Guardiola has suggested that he may well sign another contract extension instead. I have 2 more years. Maybe I'll extend 2 more years. So the question is, when I will stop in this year, or in 2 years, or in 4 years, I will take a break. But now I feel fine, I would say, he told Men in Blazers. The team is giving me good vibes, starting from the Club World Cup in the United States. There we created something. I saw something that I liked, that I missed last season. The training sessions, the body language, the details, arriving on time, the running backwards, how we defend throw-ins, stupid things that you realize the team is there. And that will help us to be, I think, more consistent than last season. Blues would obviously love it if Guardiola signed on for another 2 years and stayed until 2029. They are already delirious at their 10th season with the best manager in world football in charge of their team, so another 3 would take them into dreamland. But even if they only have 2 more years, or even 1 more year, and he leaves next summer, Guardiola is speaking like a man with his mojo back. He can't say when he will lose it again, but the manager has returned from his summer break with the fresh energy and purpose that has brought him so much success. It is normal for doubts over Guardiola's future to ramp up in the summer months. Even if it has been a successful year, the manager is so drained from everything he has put into making that happen that he can sound like he is done. Last season was especially curious as the coach signed a new contract weeks into a storm that lasted for months over the Etihad, resulting in his most difficult season in Manchester to date. For years, many had questioned when Guardiola's fire would finally burn out, and for the first time it was happening to his team. Significant change in the playing squad naturally brought more questions about how much of a role Guardiola would want to have in the rebuild, and comments he made in summer about definitely taking a break from football after City reinforced how much life the game takes out of him. Yet he continues to live for that because football still has a hold on him, and his energy this summer has been noted by players and staff. City fans don't need to know how much longer they will have Guardiola in their club for. They just need to know he still has the fire to be the best out there. Whether it lasts for 1, 2, or 4 years, what matters is that it is there now, as they look to reclaim their Premier League title. Manchester City 12.5 million signing set for debut after completing loan move. Manchester City's teenage midfielder Sverre Nypan has headed to the Championship for a season-long loan. Sverre Nypan is ready for his debut in English football after completing a loan move to Middlesbrough. The 18-year-old will spend the rest of this season in the northeast after signing for Manchester City in the summer. City were insistent that they were not interested in the midfielder after he was spotted at one of their games during the winter transfer window. Aston Villa, Girona and Arsenal were among the teams that were looking to sign him from Rosenborg. That changed in the beginning of the summer window, with City stealing ahead of their competition to complete a £12.5 million deal. The transfer was not completed in time for Nypan to travel with the squad to the Club World Cup, and when he did sign, the work intensified on where to send him on loan. Lots of clubs were interested, and City presented several options, but it was ultimately decided that Middlesbrough was the best choice. It is felt at the Etihad that the Championship is an excellent testing ground for players who have the potential to shine in the Premier League, with several notable examples in recent years. Boro have started the season strongly under new boss Rob Edwards, with wins from their opening 2 games. They take on Norwich away and Sheffield United at home in their next 2 fixtures before the September international break, and Nypan will be looking to be involved sooner rather than later, having already trained with his new teammates. Nypan was not included in City's travelling squad for Wolves at the weekend as he finalised a move away, and Pep Guardiola spoke at Molineux about the need for more departures in the next 2 weeks. Too much. Too many people. Too many players, he said. It's not about Eddie. Today there was Rodri and Phil Foden out, Kovacic is injured but will be back, and Savinho and Josko are out. On the bench we had Nathan and Gundo. I like a deep squad to compete in all competitions, but I don't want to leave players at home. I don't want it. It's not healthy. You cannot create a good vibe or atmosphere to compete. Everyone has to feel they can play and can help and compete with their mate for the opponents. The club has known it since last season, so it's not news, but the situation is what it is. In the next 2 weeks, people will talk with players and agents to find a solution. That's what worries me. Real Madrid provide Rodrigo transfer update. Amid Man City links, Manchester City have been linked with a move for Real Madrid forward Rodrigo during the summer transfer window. Real Madrid boss Xabi Alonso insists he is counting on Rodrigo to be part of his team this season, after shrugging off speculation linking Manchester City with a move for the Brazilian. City could make a move for the 24-year-old if Savinho joins Tottenham this summer, with the winger the subject of interest from Thomas Frank's side. If Savinho joins Spurs, then a City move for Rodrigo would be a blockbuster deal in the final couple of weeks of the transfer window. His future at the Bernabeu has been in doubt for most of the summer. He was benched for 5 of Real Madrid's 6 games in the Club World Cup, as Alonso looks to get his attacking blend right. He has Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., Endrick and Kylian Mbappe available, while Jude Bellingham provides further threat from midfield. Carlo Ancelotti struggled to strike the right balance last season, and Rodrigo's bit-part role in the early weeks of Alonso's tenure has heightened the prospect of the Brazilian moving this summer. City are one of the clubs thought to be monitoring the situation. But speaking ahead of Real's La Liga opener against Osasuna on Tuesday, Alonso insisted he was keen for Rodrigo to stay, although he did insist every member of his squad had to be committed to the project as well. "There are a lot of rumours during the summer," said Alonso. "He's been doing well. I'm counting on everyone, and I want them to be committed to and for the team and to be at 100%. That's what worries me and what's occupying me right now. I count on Rodrigo for sure. 100% Rodrigo was also linked with Arsenal earlier in the transfer window, and if he fails to make Alonso's starting aim against Osasuna, it could further fuel talk of an exit. The winger will be desperate to keep his place in the Brazil side in a World Cup year. He has scored 7 goals in 33 games for the national team and 68 goals in 270 games for Real, including 4 in 9